So I wanted to do a video on gratitude because I feel like it's something that could be quite helpful to a lot of people. I think gratitude can often be overlooked, and I think sometimes we think of it like we only really relate it to guilt. So we think, oh, like you should be grateful for this, you should feel grateful. And then in so many ways, that's not what gratitude is, because then we start thinking about the things that we should feel grateful for, and instead we feel guilty. And then that's not the same as feeling grateful at all, because gratitude is a really positive emotion. It's a happy emotion. It's a joyful emotion. But then I think so often gratitude does become about guilt, and that's not what it should be. And that's not the best way that we can utilize it. I know that we attract things into our lives. I've seen it so much in my own life. And I think what happens is when we start thinking about negative, we start thinking in a particularly negative way or feeling particularly negative about something, we can get into a cycle, and then we start to build up a lot of negative momentum. And this is where gratitude comes in, because I think we've heard so much talk about gratitude in terms of the law of attraction, and okay, how can I use gratitude to get the things that I want? And I don't think that it's been talked about enough in the context of healing, of how we can use gratitude to turn how we're feeling into something really positive, and how we can use gratitude to really help heal ourselves. When we're really self-critical with ourselves, we actually end up blocking ourselves from all of the good things that we could create in our lives, and also from everything that we could do to help other people as well. I think that's something we really miss. We think that we often think that we don't deserve the things that we want to create in our lives, and we don't even think about, what about all of the other people who we can help through the things that we would then go on to create. And one of the things that I found really does help with things like self-criticism, when you're in a place where you're just not feeling the self-love that you want to be feeling, I found that gratitude really helps with that, because it actually, for me, when I've tried it, it's actually almost dissolved that negativity. I have mentioned this in a previous video, but it's almost as if when you're feeling, and you have to really feel it, it's not enough just to think it, but when you're really feeling that level of gratitude, because it's such a positive emotion, it's like the negativity just can't withstand it. One of the things that really excites me about this is that it shows us that positivity can be so much stronger than negativity. And that's a really reassuring thing to think about. We just have to give it all of our focus and all of our attention. That's all we need to do. And we have to really feel it. So here are a few of the things that I do. I have a gratitude journal, and that's just my own personal space where I can, write whatever it is that I want, but I always try to write things in a positive way. I either try to find a positive element to something, or I, try to look for completely different things that I feel really grateful for. And writing it down can be really cathartic as well. The second thing I do is, if I've sort of fallen into a really negative place, or I know that I'm heading in a negative direction that I don't want to go in anymore, then I really double down on gratitude, and that really helps me. I find that what it does is it just completely shifts my mindset and my attitude. So I'm actually in a completely different headspace. Like, I'm just taking my focus and I'm just completely redirecting it into another direction. The third thing I do is I try to start with gratitude. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I try to think about is what I'm grateful for, because it gets me into a really positive space. And it's a way that I can really control the direction of my day as well, because obviously I can't control everything that comes into it, but if I choose how I respond to things, and if I get into a really positive space at the beginning, then it means that I'm more motivated and I get more ideas and I'm just in a better place and everything just flows better. If you're struggling, then gratitude can be really, really powerful, because what you're actually doing is you're thinking about everything that brings you happiness in your life, everything that makes you feel joy, everything that makes you feel something positive, everything that makes you feel love on every level. And there's no way that you can think that and really feel that, and for it not to have some sort of change in how you feel, at least if you keep doing it. We're so used to feeling worried and stressed all of the time. It's like we think that it's normal to be that way. And, so we don't live our lives from a place of joy and from a place of pure positivity. But gratitude and really using it and harnessing it is a way that we can really change that. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, I'd really like you to hit the like or leave me a comment, or you can go over to my Instagram and you can follow me, comment on there. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you soon in my next video.